Salut! Welcome to Learn French with Vitalis, and today we are going to talk about nationalities. Dire la nationalité. How to say your nationality. Nationality. You could be a Kenyan, Ugandan, Rwandese, or French, English, and so on and so forth. And here we are saying that for you to talk about your nationality, you must use the verb être, the verb to be, so that you are either Kenyan, you are Ugandan, I am Tanzanian, I am Zimbabwean, and all that use the verb être. And so I am, you'd say je suis. Then the other thing to pay attention to is that countries are either masculine or feminine or in plural altogether. An example of a country that is masculine is Kenya. So you'd say lo Kenya. Remember when we talked about the definite articles lo, la, and le? So you can see here, Kenya is masculine, so it's using lo. Tanzania is feminine, so it is la. So lo Kenya, la Tanzania, no, this doesn't sound very correct, this one here. Let's just remove it. Les États-Unis. This is an example of a country's name that is in plural. The United States. So the name itself is in plural, and so we use le. And France is feminine, so we say la France. Lo Kenya, la Tanzanie, les États-Unis, la France. Now let's look at some of the examples when we talk about nationalities. But before we do that, there is an assignment for you, because after all, you will not learn everything here. You must also do your own research in one way or another. Make a list of countries in the world in French. Just take a list of all the countries in the world and write them in French. I'm sure even if you just Google this, you'll get the whole thing already done for you. But at least have a list of all the countries in the world in English and also in French. Now, when it comes to nationalities, there are a few things to pay attention to. Nationalities depends on the person that we are talking about. And as we said from the past, that all nouns are either masculine or feminine in French. So if the person you're talking about is male, then the nationality of that person may sound differently, or it may even have a different spelling than if the person was female. For instance, we talk about a Frenchman, or you'd say he is French. So you'd say il est français. Français means French as a nationality, but for a male or masculine context, or a male person. If the person is female, then you would say she is française. There is an E that is added after S. So the ending AIS, you'll find it here, AIS, and then there is an E for the feminine side. Français, français, française. Portugais, portugaise. Portugais, portugaise. Now, what to pay attention to here is that you can see a similarity. Nationalities that end with AIS, most likely to change them into feminine, you just add an E and then pronounce the S as Z because it's between the vowels. So you'll have il est français, elle est française, il est portugais, elle est portugaise. And the ones that end with OIS, again, chances are that to convert them into feminine, you just add an E as well. And therefore, you'd have chinois, chinoise, suédois, suédoise. Now, français, française simply means French. Portugais is Portuguese. Chinois is Chinese. Of course, chinois is Chinese male, and chinoise is Chinese female. Suédois is Swedish. Is it Swedish or Swede? I don't know in English what you would call it. If this person is from Sweden, you say they are Swede or Swedish. I don't know. Either those two things I've said. Then Mexica, Mexican, America, American. So A-I-N, you add an E. In many cases, you'll find yourself adding an E to make it feminine. So Mexican, Mexican, America, American. This is Mexican and American. Let's look at Canadien, Canadian, Canadien, Canadienne. Autrichien, Autrichienne. Autrichien is basically Austrian, Austrian, from Austria. So if it's ending with IEN, IEN, chances are that you may add NE, NE. So Canadien, Canadienne. Autrichien, Autrichienne. Espagnol. Espanol will add an E to make it feminine. Espagnol. The pronunciation remains the same. Espagnol, Espagnol. Allemand. Allemand is German. Allemande is also German, now female. So Espagnol, Espagnol. Allemand, Allemande. Allemand, Allemande, and so on and so forth. Then we have countries that do not change in spelling if it's male or female, like La Russe, Les Russes, it stays the same, Rus, Rus, and then Grec, 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 the pronunciation remains the same, though the spelling changes. Grec, Grec. Now let's talk about Kenyan. Kenyan, like in my case, je suis Kenyan. What would it be if it's a lady Kenyan? LA dash. This is an assignment for you to find out. And these are things that you can just Google and find and learn more about from the internet. You can even have a whole list of nationalities in the world, and then you can see which one falls where. And by the way, as you do that, find out, is China feminine or masculine? Do we say Loshin or Lashin? Check out that in the dictionary as well.